that has the main point of the paragraph. We also said supporting sentences are sentences that have additional information that expand on the topic sentence by giving information such as facts, examples, and evidences. And finally, we also talked about a concluding sentence that is the end of a paragraph, the ending line of a paragraph, and that generalize or restates the topic sentence. That is all that we talked about in the previous lesson, and let us go to today's lesson. Today's lesson is lesson 21 from Unit 7, and it is contextual vocabulary. We're going to see some vocabularies today. I hope you're all ready, and we're going to learn new vocabularies that we can add on to our English, the way when we talk, when we read, when we write, we're going to incorporate them. The first vocabulary that we're going to see is benefit. What do you think it means, benefit? What is the idea or what is the meaning of benefit? Benefit means gaining something good, gaining something good, it could be from people or it could be from places or things, but benefit means getting something or gaining something positive or something good. For example, I have a great benefit whenever I read books, or if we say, I gain lots of benefits from reading books. If you read books, then you get knowledge and you get to know lots and lots of things. So that is what? Something good that you gain from reading books. So that is benefit. The second vocabulary that we're going to see is combat. I want you to take care here because combat has a different meaning than the one we're going to talk about today. And today, when we are contextualizing combat from your passage, it means fighting off something. Take action to reduce or prevent something bad from happening. In this case, for example, it could be the conservation, the wildlife conservation is combating the spread, or we could say the CDC is combating the spread of the coronavirus. This term was used a lot during the coronavirus pandemic. So combating means what? Taking action to reduce or prevent something from happening, something bad from happening in this case. So this is the meaning, the contextual meaning of combat in this lesson. What about the third one? What is our third word? Stimulate. Stimulate. To stimulate, what does it mean? Levels of physiological, or nervous activities in the body. This is a science term. A lot of scientists or doctors use this word when they want to talk about when a person should do something to stimulate their body. Either it could be physiological or nervous. It could mean both. For example, let's give an example here. You should stimulate your, or you should do exercises, morning exercise to stimulate your body. That is one example that you could give to talk about stimulate. What about the other word that we could talk about? The other word that we're going to talk about today is commitment. What is commitment? What do you think is commitment? It means the state or quality of being dedicated. Being dedicated to a cause. This word is used in different areas. It could be used, for example, for students. It could be used, for example, for a lot of time. It's used for soldiers, people who try to defend our country. It could also be used for doctors, people in the medical profession, and it could be used in many different sections. It is what the state or quality of being dedicated to a certain cause, to something. It could be a dedication or a commitment to studying. For example, as a student, that is your job. Your commitment is to your studies. You have to really study, you have to read, you have to practice in order to become great students and in order to achieve great things. So, commitment is very important in anywhere you are, in anything you do, because commitment achieves greatness in the overall run. Okay, these are the 4 vocabularies that we have seen so far. We also have other vocabularies. Number 5, ties. What does it mean? Ties. That unites or links people. Just like combat, this word has another definition. If I say, for example, I am tying my shoe, then I am referring to a different meaning than the one that we have here. Here, a thing that unites or links people is another definition for tie, which means, for example, she has strong ties with her family. If I say this, I'm saying that she's really close with her family. So she is united or she's linked with those people in a very special way. That is the meaning of ties in this context. Another sentence is aforementioned. Sorry, another word is aforementioned. Aforementioned. mentioned. The meaning of this word is denoting a thing or a person previously mentioned. If I say the aforementioned people are going to stay here for the next exam, I'm talking about the people I have mentioned earlier. So aforementioned means something that is denoting a thing or people that you have talked about in previous situations, that you have already mentioned these people in previous situations. So if you have been talking about people or things for quite a while, and then if you change to another idea, but you want to refer to the people or things that you have been talking about before, and then you use this word, the aforementioned people or the aforementioned things, to refer to things that have been previously talked about or discussed about. So this is one word. What about another? Volunteer. That is the topic of this chapter as well. Volunteer. 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 What does that mean? A person who freely offers to take part in an enterprise or a cause. So when we're saying volunteer, it means a person who freely, this is what we must underline on, to take part freely. It means willingly, without, most of the time, almost all the time, without any payment. So you see a lot of people in hospitals, you see a lot of people on the street cleaning their neighborhood, their environment, and also people helping freely in the hospitals and also orphanages. All of these people are called volunteers, and they are there to volunteer, to offer their services for free. So people who offer their services for free are volunteers. They are volunteering. So, as a student, how can you have an impact and make change to your environment, to your society, by doing what? By volunteering. So this is one important aspect that you should take into your life and make one value of your life. If you volunteer anywhere that you are, doing anything that you can, that is a really good help for your community, even for yourself in the future. So you may ask, how can I volunteer? I am a student. I can't do anything. I don't have money. I don't have the means. But you do. You are at this age in your life. You can, for example, tutor young children or teach young children how to read or how to do math or also how to know science. So this is volunteering. You could also, with people at the same age as you, with your peers, you could, for example, clean your neighborhood in the weekends when you are free from school. That is one volunteering thing that you could do, and you're also helping your environment, helping your community, helping yourself. So volunteering, as you have seen in this unit, is very important. The other word that we're going to see is, the other word that we'll be seeing is broadens. Broadens. Expand to encompass more people, ideas, or things. This word is used a lot in enterprises or in government offices. Broadening meaning expanding to encompass different people, different ideas, and different things. That is what broadens means. For example, the corporation is going to broaden its view on education. Then we're saying it is expanding its idea in the education sector. Okay, what about another word that we're going to see is neighborhood. Neighborhood. Earlier, when I was talking about volunteer, I mentioned this word a few times. What does it mean, neighborhood? It means a district forming within a town or city. So, for example, Addis Ababa, there are different neighborhoods. For example, neighborhoods like Kasantis, Arat Kilo, Sadis Kilo. These are what? The names of the neighborhoods. The names of the neighborhoods. And there are so many that I have not mentioned. Since Addis Ababa is a very big city, it is a very, large city with a lot of neighborhoods. So neighborhood is also one vocabulary that we have taken and that we could see in this lesson. And now we're going to do some activities and see how well we have memorized and we have understood these words. Fill in the blank space with the correct word. I will give you some of the words in brackets and you're going to put them in or fill them in the gaps given. Benefit, let me write it this way. Benefit, stimulate, combat, commitment, and ties. These are the words that I will do, and I will give you the questions, and I want you to fill in the correct answers. Number 1, regular exercise can greatly blank your health. So you're going to fill in the best possible answers from the choice. The soldier showed unwavering blank to his country. This is the second question. The third question. Doctors continue to cancer using new treatments. Using new treatments. Okay. Number 4. The new art exhibits a lot of discussions and debate. Family are important for building strong relationships. Okay, so these are the 5 questions that I have given you, and they all have blank spaces, and I want you to write the appropriate or the best or the correct word in the blank spaces. I want you to put them. I will give you 2 minutes to complete this activity, and then we'll get back and do it together. Okay, I'm sure you have all done your best, and I'm sure you have all done really well in this activity. Now let's do it together and see how well you have done and which ones you are not correct. The first one, it says, regular exercise can greatly dash your health. What do you think? Can greatly? This sounds something that is positive, that is good. So can greatly benefit your health. So that is the correct answer for the first one. What about number 2? The soldier showed unwavering what? What do you think is going to be here? Earlier, when I was talking about that word, I talked about how people who are soldiers use it a lot, and people who are doctors also use that word a lot. So it is what? Commitment. Unwavering commitment. Commitment to his country, meaning this person has shown true faith. This person has shown a really good way of being there and always doing their job correctly. Okay, number 3. Doctors continue to dash cancer using new treatment. What do you think it is? It is what? Correct. It is combat. Doctors continue to combat cancer using new treatments. Earlier, if you remember, I talked about the CDC and also Corona in relation to combat. So this might be really easier for you to answer. Number 4, the new art exhibit dash a lot of discussions and debates. We have a few words here. 2 words actually, stimulate or ties. Do you think it's ties? No, it's not ties, right? It is stimulate. Stimulate. Stimulate a lot of discussions and debates. Finally, we have family. Family ties are important for building strong relationships. Because earlier we talked about, when we were talking about ties, we talked about how it links people together. And here it's talking about strong relationships. And strong relationships are things that link people together or connect them together. And that is all about this class and these vocabularies. And for next time, write the synonyms and antonyms, okay, of the words. Synonyms and antonym of the words. Number 1, volunteer, benefit, aforementioned, combat, and commitment. These are the 5 words I want you to write their synonyms and antonyms of for a homework. This is going to be your homework, a home activity that you're going to do. I'm sure you all enjoyed today's class and you have gotten new ideas and new words to incorporate in your writing, in your reading, and your speaking. And I'm sure you will use these words when you are doing all of that. Because remember, English is practice. Learning any language is practice. If you practice it enough, you will become really good. You'll become really fluent and perfect. And that is all for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.